tried to get off the phone as quickly as I could, but yeah, I couldn't. I wasn't able to do it, so it froze the video, and I had to start over. So back to where I was, and so my concern with Roman Reigns coming back, because I knew we all knew the build up with Solo Sikoa and the bloodline. They had just laid out Paul Heyman, took him on the table. There was a lot of smack being talked, a lot of stuff being said. They were clearly disrespecting Roman Reigns. And I'm going to talk about it later, too. I think that The Rock is the real head of the table, really. I think he's the real tribal chief on the bad guy side of the because they're trying to build up towards Roman Reigns versus The Rock at the next WrestleMania, which I think is going to be even bigger than it would have been this past year. Uh, so I was concerned because I knew Roman Reigns, we all knew he was coming back as a good guy. But my first thought was that he's going to be babyface. He's going to have to come back with that heel edge, though. Like, I didn't want to see the old version of Roman Reigns, like, when he's come through the crowd and, dad, 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 dad. I don't want to see that Roman Reigns, no, with the old Shield music. I don't want to see that guy. I want to see the Roman Reigns wreck everything and leave when he first came back during the pandemic with Paul Heyman as a heel and, like meaner, more edgier version of him. Like, he just don't care about nothing. And, the way he took over the bloodline and took over as a leader, as a tribal chief, and all that with that demeanor about him and all that stuff. So I said, if he's going to come back, he got to still be that same version of Roman Reigns. Because, like, the fans are going to tell you, man, it's straight talk wireless, man. There's a lot of dead spots. I tell you, man, it's straight talk wireless, man. There's a lot of dead spots. I might have to go back to Verizon again. And so Stone Cold Steve Austin and The Rock, particularly The Rock, when The Rock was a heel, he was that weak Rocky Maivia character that was like shaking hands with babies and slapping high fives with everybody, that kind of real silly kind of character. But then when he turned to The Rock, he was a bad guy leading the nation of domination and then eventually a corporation and like that Rock that you love to hate. But because he was cool, you started to like him. And then when he came back, when he finally switched back to a babyface again, he never went back to the Rocky Maivia character. He was still that same, pretty much pompous character, like arrogant and like he just his character never changed. So I was thinking Roman Reigns was so evil and so his demeanor was so evil as a bad guy. Like he was a complete polar opposite of what he was as the big dog. But I said, man, the fans are going to reject him if he try to come back the way he did. I said, you got to find a happy medium somewhere where he may not be as mean as the heel version of Roman Reigns, but he got to be real close to that character. I mean, like closer to that than the nice guy. And, boy, he pulled that character off flawlessly. And I think why? Because he's angry right now, so he don't really have he don't have nothing to smile about. You gotta think. I think he's even channeling what happened in his personal life. He lost his father. Cody beat him for the belt. He left kind of in disgrace. And then when you gone, the guy's supposed to be your best friend, supposed to be your little cousin. Roman Reigns never approved of, never signed off on. So calling himself the tribal chief. Just like LeBron James calling himself the GOAT now that Michael Jordan is gone, Just that disrespect. And so Roman Reigns comes back, and he just can flawlessly pull off the same character because he's mad. He don't have no reason to be happy, though. So he comes back, and he's pretty much the same guy. Which is what I was hoping. I don't want to see him, like, with that Shield stuff on, all that dumb stuff. I want to see him come back with them Air Jordans on, them Air Force Ones, and them jeans, and all that stuff with the socks, but no socks pulled up, with the fitted shirts and all that kind of stuff. The only thing he's not wearing his head in a ponytail no more. That's the only thing he ain't done that's the same. But at some point he will, The only thing I'm waiting for now is the wise man to come back, man. Paul Heyman come back from his injury. And then now you got a bloodline civil war at some point, but I think Roman Reigns is going to do his thing by himself for a little while. Oh, yeah. Roman Reigns, man, he's definitely going to be more. dominant. This version of Roman Reigns, man, I'm loving it because they didn't change a thing. They didn't change nothing. Like he's the same guy. Now he's calling himself the OTC, the original tribal chief. Nothing has changed about him. He's still the same guy. I mean, he beat the brakes off them Tongan dudes, man. That Hikuleo dude, man. Tonga, not Hikuleo. Hikuleo is the guy who's supposed to be coming next. Oh yeah, Rock is coming back. The final boss is definitely coming back. He's for sure coming back, man. You best believe that. And see, what's gonna happen is, I believe The Rock is the one pulling all the strings. I think Solo Sikoa is the on-camera tribal chief, but I think The Rock, this is his version of the Bloodline. I think he's pulling the strings because you know, right after WrestleMania, all of Roman Reigns, the very next show, all his guys got kicked out. Because when The Rock came back one more time, he was still on TV. I think that night when he came back was when the orders were given. Remember, he kept saying, by orders of the tribal chief. You got to go back to when he told Paul Heyman that. Paul Heyman was like, Roman Reigns ain't approved this. And, he never really said it was Roman Reigns. And then he was like, Roman Reigns won't ever be back. All the Solo Sikoa saying all this stuff. Like, Roman Reigns ain't coming back. All this. And then finally he started calling himself the tribal chief. And then he started, making orders and telling everybody what to do and basically trying to do everything Roman Reigns is saying and talking about it. Every time he says it annoys me every time he says acknowledge me. Yeah, it will be. Yeah, it'll be a civil war in War Games. It'll be the Bloodline, which at that time it'll be Roman Reigns, the Usos, and Sami Zayn, I believe, with Paul Heyman as the advocate against or the wise man against so they saying when Haku got one more son is coming though. This big old dude, this big old, he's almost 7 feet tall, man. How many kids does Haku have? Somebody look that up. That dude he got so many kids, man. And I think it's really cool how Jacob Fatu, who's the son of Tonga Kid, who, at that time he was going by the name of Tama. So yeah, Haku and Tama. So both of their sons are the world tag team champs. I think that's really cool the way they have just kind of resurfaced and revised that tag team with the sons of those two legendary wrestlers. I think that's cool. So I don't know. I seen Rikishi in some interviews saying they talking like he gonna come back. And Rikishi come back. I don't know what side he gonna be on because I know Solo is his son too. But you gotta remember though, Jimmy and Jay too though. So I don't know what side. But surely when Jimmy Uso comes back, he's gonna be on Roman Reigns' side. So you got Jay Uso, Jimmy Uso, Roman Reigns. Them three right there can take on the bad Bloodline though, because they so tough though. Yeah, he will. Sami Zayn, he will. Not right away, but he will. I'm getting tired of Cody Rhodes, man. Man, either turn Cody Rhodes heel or leave him with Randy Orton and Kevin Owens, which I think that's going to end up being some kind of triple threat. I think Kevin Owens is going to turn heel and turn on Cody Rhodes. Yeah, they family. So man, I'm gonna tell you, man, that the Anoa'i family could be WWE all by themselves. And they all can play different characters. They're all so good at what they do. If you got them Anawai's and Fatus, you don't need nobody else, man. So you got Roman Reigns. Just think about it. If everybody would have stayed alive and never died, if Yokozuna was still alive, Umaga was still alive, all of them came 10 of the best WWE wrestlers of all time without somebody in that Anoa'i family being on that list. At least 2 or 3 out of the top 10 to 15 come out of that family. Because you got to put Umaga up there, you got to put Yokozuna up there, Roman Reigns, you got to put that right there. That's 3 right there off top, off rip. You know what I'm saying? It's the greatest WWE wrestlers of all time, man. So I like what they did with Roman Reigns. I'm glad they didn't go back to that cookie cutter version. That's why I use the thumbnail that I use, because that is the good guy version of Roman Reigns. That picture is a perfect. Thank you, Joseph Anoa'i. You are brilliant. You're gonna be one of the greatest actors in Hollywood, just like your cousin, when you decide to go that route. Roman Reigns is incredible, man. That version of Roman Reigns is the one I want to see. Triple H, don't y'all make him soft. I don't want him kissing babies. I don't want him slapping no hands with no fans coming down the aisle like Drew McIntyre, who's supposed to be a bad guy, coming down the aisle slapping hands. I'm gonna tell y'all something. Drew McIntyre is just too much of a nice guy, man. You know, so now can he play the heel character very well? He's very good at it. But he's just you can tell he's just a really nice guy in real life, man. There's some dudes that just good people. Like he's what my mother was called a gentle giant. Like my mom used to always tell me like the biggest, tallest guys are usually the really nicest people. Like Big Show was a nice guy in real life. Braun Strowman, you can tell he's a nice guy. Guys is like really big. Bray Wyatt was a nice guy. You know, guys is like just like really big like that. The big scraggly looking dudes are actually really the biggest teddy bears, man, and that's kind of how that. For some reason, that's the way it is. But when I see Roman Reigns, I want to continue to see this version. This is the closest thing to the Roman Reigns of 2020 that was when he came back and he won the title. He's like wreck everything and leave. And he came back and started beating down. I think Drew McIntyre was in the line of fire too when he did that. That to Roman Reigns is what we're seeing right now. He's just on the opposite side though. The fans didn't let you. What'd you say? They didn't let Cody. Your comment came off the screen, bro. Yeah, I mean I like Cody Rhodes, but I think he just I don't know. He don't need to be in that bloodline. He didn't let Roman Reigns handle that though. Cody Rhodes has held it down for the company. Like I said, I'm a big fan of his. I'm a big fan of his dad, his brother, that whole family, man. Magic Dream Dusty Rhodes is one of my favorite wrestlers of all time. So I mean, Cody Rhodes deserves that respect, but I just think he's held down the top of the company for the last 4 years. Now it's time for Roman Reigns to take it now. At least the bloodline side of it. Like you go over, man, I wouldn't even be opposed to Cody going over there if he loses that belt though. Let Roman Reigns get the Universal title back. Let him battle with the bloodline. Let him be the top good guy in the company. And just carry it. I mean, Roman Reigns is like he's one of the once in a lifetime type of dudes, man. He's up there with like Shawn Michaels and Undertaker and Hulk Hogan and Macho Man Randy. He's that legendary at this point in his career. He's almost big as the Undertaker. He's big as the Undertaker. When your music hits and it's like that, at that last pay-per-view, SummerSlam, you ain't got to convince me no more that Roman Reigns is one of the greatest of all time. When that music hit. And like for 4 months, I was like, we want Roman, man. It was like unbelievable, man. And when that music hit, and that boom, 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 boom. When I seen that, I'm like, man, dude, it is like something awful, like that movie 300. Remember that guy? What's that guy's name? Gerard Butler. Whatever that character he played in that movie, man, that thing looked like something off of some Mel Gibson or something. One of them Roman Empire movies or something like that, man. I mean, that thing was wow, man. I mean, it was unbelievable how loud that arena got, man. When that music hit like that, man, I said to myself, this dude is the biggest athlete probably in the world at this point in his career, man. That was huge. Comes down the aisle, the fans screaming and hollering. And I'm gonna tell you, some little hater in the comment section, you know, because I got friends as professional wrestlers, legendary professional wrestlers that I know personally. Them, you know, people don't understand that those people, wrestling is a sport that can move you to emotional feelings like a lot of sports can't. Like with me, it's basketball. Basketball and pro wrestling both touch my heart, man. Football too, sometimes to a lesser degree. And when he come down, the emotions of the crowd. And I'm gonna tell y'all, man, some dude here in the comment section that was like, "How you know what these people think?" Man, the dude just lost his father, man. Come on, man. You mean to tell me you don't think that Roman Reigns, when he came down that aisle and seen all them fans cheering for him, that didn't lift his spirit? Come on, man. Y'all just hating, man. Y'all always got something to say. Y'all stupid, man. Cody Rhodes he's too much of a cookie cutter good guy, man. He ain't really Cody Rhodes. I think he need to turn heel, man. To be honest with you, man. Because you can't have him and Roman Reigns. If they can't coexist, man, turn Cody heel. Because Roman Reigns is the top baby face in the company, man. Turn him heel, and then even with Seth Rollins, that helped him. They did something different when Seth turned heel, then he turned back baby face again. Then when he turned back babyface, he still had a lot of residue left over when he was a bad guy. All the laughing and stuff he was doing. That was something he created when he was a heel, though. Cody Rhodes needs an edge, man. He needs to be on the bad side, man. I don't know if they need to turn it back into like Stardust. Whatever you got to do. I mean, he's not even American Dream Dusty Rhodes would occasionally turn heel sometimes if the storyline needed it. Just like Ric Flair, like he was just as beloved as a babyface as he was as a heel. I mean, now Cody Rhodes got Arn Anderson watching his back. That could be something where you could flip him heel then. You know, you got Arn Anderson like being his mentor, or even if he gonna stay babyface, like take him down the road with Double A or something. He needs something attached. Bring his wife in as his manager. I don't know what's missing from Cody Rhodes, but he ain't there yet. He ain't it. I think he's a nice heel run, man, for a little bit, man. Because you already got Roman Reigns at the top of the card. Man, I would like dye Cody Rhodes' hair back like to a darker color. Let him wear some darker, like some black or something different. Put on some gloves or something. Do like he's not believable in the face. It'll be like Hollywood Cody Rhodes, like Hulk Hogan, turn his beard, like make him grow a beard and dye his hair black, start wearing black gloves, boots. You almost could make him, I would say, no. I would say you almost could make him an honorary oops, make it a bad guy, it'd be like the bloodline. You know, you could make it, you could strengthen the Judgment Day, make him go over to Raw, put him in the Judgment Day, do something, start another heel faction or something like that. Maybe you could kick Karrion Kross or his sorry behind out of that, whatever that thing is they got. That final testimony or whatever that mess is over there in Raw, put it with them and like repackage that, add some people to it or something. He needs a character upgrade. And I don't know if turn him heel just is more edgy, different clothes. Cause that white meat Sting, I don't know what he almost look like he's trying to look like Sting now. You know what I'm saying? That ain't cutting it, man. They need to get that. That's not gonna work. That white meat. Good guys, slapping hands to fans, kissing babies and stuff. That stuff ain't gonna work no more, man. Yeah, Final Testament is a joke, man. I'm telling you. That stuff out of here. Just make his Final Testament out of here, man. Because you don't need Final Testament. You got Judgment Day. And I love, oh my God, I love what they doing with Judgment Day. I love that whole storyline. Dude, they done went back to the original members of Judgment Day. Just like you have, it looks like you having a Judgment Day, Civil War. Now you got Damian Priest and Rhea Ripley over on one side. Because I said that. I was saying that to somebody. I said, Damian Priest and Rhea Ripley going to both flip babyface the same night. And they're going to stay together. They're going to still be on the same night. When Edge turned heel and turned on AJ Styles back in 22, and the first person he recruited was Damian Priest. So if anybody, first person he recruited was Damian Priest. So if anybody can claim Judgment Day as Damian Priest, Damian Priest it was Damian Priest, Edge, and Rhea Ripley as the original Judgment Day. So our other dudes, they some pretenders, man. The real Judgment Day, we already know what time it is. Who really is the Judgment Day. So y'all call yourself Judgment Day all y'all want to. You ain't the real Judgment Day. So I love what they doing with Damian Priest, man. That dude, man, he's a monster, man. Like, he can hold his own, man. I think Damian Priest kind of reminded me of when Lex Luger, when he left the Four Horsemen, like went out on his own and like started making a name for himself, as a good guy, and he was like still like he was taking on the Horsemen by himself and stuff like that. Like sometimes the Judgment Day will get the best of Damian Priest. To be a top good guy, you got to get like even like Roman Reigns was getting beat down by the Bloodline just for a minute, but he eventually got But they ain't gonna take Roman. To be honest, they ain't gonna take Roman Reigns down until Jacob Fatu comes back. Like he's just too tough for them Tongan dudes, man. And like he's not scared of Solo Sikoa because he created Solo Sikoa. I think that Hikuleo dude is coming, and Jacob Fatu when he comes back from his injury, that's where Roman Reigns gonna start having problems, and that's where he gonna need Jimmy and Jey Uso and Sami Zayn to come back is when he get outnumbered. Paul Heyman, all them guys to come back, man, and help him take down that fake Judgment Day, man. I mean fake Bloodline. But David Priest and Rhea Ripley, man, I think I think they're gonna get one more person on. But Rhea's such a dog; she can fight them girls though. But I'm like, if Adam Copeland ever come back as Edge again, I put it right back with the organization he started, man. But I like what they doing with that. I want to keep saying it, man. But like that, I mean, I like Finn Balor in the position he's in now. Because now he's that evil, conniving. Like we've been seeing this for almost from day one. This whole beef between them two dudes, man. So it's gonna culminate. I think the payoff is gonna be Damian Priest and Finn Balor for some kind of belt at some point. I don't know what some title need to be on the line in there, worked in there. But now you gave Gunther the belt, so now he might be the champion for the next 3-4 years. Gunther is the best in ring wrestler in the not even just in WWE, like period. Like love him, I hate him. Gunther is the man, dude. That dude, he's so good in that ring, man. He's incredible, man. It's good to see guys like Gunther still doing what they doing, man. Because we missed that in wrestling. I just go out there and work. He kind of remind me a lot of, who was he from the old school, man? Like, Bruno Sammartino. He should have been around, like, back in the 80s, man. Like, them dudes, like, the best workers of that time. The best heel workers, man, that just can get out there and just go, man. It ain't too, what's crazy about it, Gunther don't even have to have he don't even have no gimmick or nothing like that. Oh, yeah, man. Gunther's definitely a ring general. Like, Gunther ain't even got to go out there and, like, play gimmick. He can just flat out wrestle, man. Like, guys like that. Like, Gunther is too good for AEW, man. Like, Tony Khan ain't gonna know what to do with a guy with that kind of talent, man. I mean, the dude is he is an amazing dude. Like, it's like, you can put him in any situation. Like, plays his heel role well. He embraces being a bad guy. He ain't trying to be liked by no fans. He got that old school kayfabe kind of just like I think the only thing Gunther is missing is a manager. He need I can see if Paul Heyman goes back heel again. I can see that being his manager. They need to bring somebody in and like somebody who's kind of sophisticated like him. It got to be somebody like that's kind of snoot. I can see William Regal coming back and being his manager. If he ever get back in WWE, I think that'd be if William Regal was his manager, that would be grand right there, dude. And like start his own like little stable with like Gunther in there and like Drew McIntyre, Sheamus all together on one side as a bad faction. I mean, I wish I was a wrestling writer, man, because my creativity is so crazy, man. But those are my thoughts, man. Those are my thoughts on pro wrestling, man. From time to time, I'm gonna start doing more of these WWE videos. I know y'all like when I talk about it. All right, y'all. Brandon Love Sports TV. Shout out to the LDBC Lions Den community.